So rule one, or let me just tell you how the pages work in the book. The pages are grey and colourful, and the reason is it's very, very obvious what is stinking thinking and what is healthy thinking. You can see straight away from the grey page that if I do this kind of thinking, then my life is going to be grey, anxious, miserable, depressing, a bit like living in Scotland or Timaru. You know, it's just going to be grey, 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 grey. So that's why we've got that colour. And then the colour page is a very real memory hook reminder that if I think like this, I'm going to have colour in my life. I'm going to have hope in my life. I'm going to have purpose in my life. I'm going to have, you know, a way through and around. Life will be colourful, even though it can be difficult at times. So that's how it works. So we start with the question, do I belong? Where do I belong? And this is how we introduce the stinking thinking. I spent a lot of time listening to people's lies about belonging. And what we did is we shrunk it down to the most common lies that we heard from children and adults. Because every week I will be working with an adult who doesn't think they belong and doesn't think they fit. It doesn't really matter about your age. If you haven't got the insight or the truth, you haven't got it. And so the age kind of becomes irrelevant. If your mind is missing it and needs it, it'll be just as powerful for you as it will for a child. So belonging is something we are born needing. It is a basic human need to belong. We're born, hopefully, being claimed by someone and loved by someone. And instantly, if we're claimed and loved, we have the beginning of belonging. And we want to keep building on that. But every time we go into a new environment, a new group, a new situation, that belonging becomes challenged. You know, will I belong at daycare? Will I belong at kindy? Will I belong at church? Will I belong, you know, in these new places? And so every time we're going into new places, this sense of belonging is being questioned. But we cannot let the outside world decide it all. Of course it helps if you belong. There was a study done about the university dropouts in one of the universities somewhere in America, and they discovered that 60% of the people were dropping out because they did not feel connected or as if they belonged. At that age, 60%. So either the university was very cold and unwelcoming, or too many people were looking for their sense of belonging outside of themselves. So yes, we need community to belong to, and yes, it helps if we're being welcomed, and yes, it helps if people talk to us, but there has to be an internal sense of belonging as well. We have to develop this internal sense that I belong in this world, no matter what. And we develop that by truth. We start to believe that, you know, feeling different or being ignored doesn't mean I don't belong. We're all different. I was created to be here, so I belong here. I wouldn't be here if I didn't belong. I belong in a culture that I know nothing about because it's internal. I don't feel like it. It's uncomfortable. If I let my feelings decide if I belong, then I may never feel like I belong. I have to decide it in here, and then I can live it out. And guess what I've discovered? If I believe I belong, people act as if I do. It's amazing. They think I've been here forever. I thought you were part of the furniture. No, it's my first day. But I belong because I decide I belong. And not fitting in doesn't mean I don't belong. Being different doesn't mean I don't belong. So being left out happens to everyone, not just me. I don't always need to feel like I belong. Sometimes my feelings aren't right. I make the rules about whether I belong and fit in or not. It's for me to decide. A new place can feel scary, but I still belong. I'm okay wherever I am. And the song that goes with this is so powerful. This is my space. This is my place. I sing this song because I do belong. A new place can be scary, but I'll be okay. You know, I send my grandkids into daycare with that, if I can, on the song CD, just this sense of I'm okay, even though it's unfamiliar. I'm okay, because there's going to be times in our life where we have to stand alone. There's going to be times where you need to stand alone to pioneer something, to go against the tide, to speak up for what you believe, to stand up for something. There's going to be times when you're going to be alone in that, but you're okay when you know you belong. And you're okay when you know that they don't decide that, I do, but community is definitely part of our belonging. So rule 1, remember, belonging is an internal asset, not just an external one. And if you wait for your feelings to tell you, you may never decide that you fit in.
So